Let's go. Let's get to work. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Let's go. Woo-hoo. Hey, man. I want y'all to say hello to the Facebooks. Hello, Facebooks. All right. My name is Frank Kern. Good morning. Don't need no intro. Okay, so, all right, Facebooks, we're going to be back in a little bit. That's what it's like to take the stage. I always wondered, before I did this, when I'd listen to tapes and stuff, what's it like to take the stage? It's like walking onto the stage. That's what it's like. You walk out and say hello, good morning. Okay, so we'll be back officially in a sec. Me and these guys have some work to do. Okay, there we go. I've never done that. That's the damnedest thing in the world. Can you believe that? We can broadcast to the world from our freaking telephones. I'm going to sell them some stuff today. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing to me. We live in a truly golden age. Man, where are you, Monica? That's my man. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Have y'all ever seen this movie? This is one of the greatest movies in the history of the world right here. I mean, of course I saw the first one, which I thought it was physically impossible to get better than the first Ted. But Ted 2 eclipsed its glory, which is amazing. I realize it's like 600 degrees in here, so we could probably lower it down to 599 in a little bit. And I'm here to tell you we have got a hell of an event for you today. I am on top of my game right now, and I'm going to crush it for you. So we're going to have a good time. Yeah. You do not stand a chance. You are going to leave here knowing how to get paid a lot over and over and over again. That's the good news. Bad news is it ain't easy. All right. But I will hopefully install the mental operating system necessary to crush it. So first thing I want to do is get your money. But I'm honest about it. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we're going to do today. I'm selling 4 things this weekend. What kind of person would take the stage and immediately start pitching? This one. Okay? I am not sorry. Not even a little bit, especially for pitch number 1. Pitch number 1, if y'all would pass out the forms, that would be great if you don't have them already. Pitch number 1 is the most important pitch, is to let me keep the $97 you have already given me and give it to the Shriners Hospital of Tampa. It's a big deal. I'll tell you a story. I was in Cabo 2 weeks ago or something. Maybe it was last week. Hell, I can't remember. I got to pull it together, man. Doesn't matter. I was down there, first boys' trip in 5 years I've taken, because I've been hustling, man, working. Got 4 kids. I support 9 people. 9 depend on me to eat. So I've been hustling. I was like, man, I'm going to take a boys' trip. So I go down to Cabo with these 2 clients of mine, former clients, now friends. That's what happens. Become a client, then we become friends, and it's weird for me to take your money. Next thing you know, I'm buying the boat in Cabo. Not physically buying a boat, but paying for the charter of the boat and everything. I don't give a damn. There's plenty of money for everybody. So we're down there, and my friend, I was down there with Jason Medley and Kent Clothier. These are both big real estate guys. Turns out Medley gives away $250,000 a year in charitable donations, just as a general rule. That's his first priority. I'm like, man, I got to get it together. I don't give away $250,000 a year. He goes, well, man, here's what big thing I'm working on right now. Maybe you can help me with it. Turns out Shriners Hospital in Tampa has all these folks coming from all over the world whose children need help. They help them. That's good news. Bad news is, it ain't like you come in and get the surgery to get your leg fixed or your back fixed or whatever, and they're like, all right, you good to go, see you later. It's not like press a button. So the recovery from those surgeries takes days, if not weeks, if not months. If the parents can't find a place to stay during the child's recovery, the child don't get no surgery. Have to go to the next family who can. So what Medley's done is he has decided to buy a duplex home and give it to the Shriners Hospital so they can in turn use it exclusively for these kids' families to stay in while they're recovering at the hospital. So if you would please allow me to keep the money you have already given me and give it to them, it would be much appreciated, because it's not much individually, but all of you guys collectively represent like 30-something thousand dollars. And the duplex in Florida ain't but about 150 grand, so we're gonna knock that out. So thank you in advance for doing that. And yes, I did put as the headline on the order page, yes, I want to help children. Like, who can refuse that, really? I should have actually put like a checkbox. No, I need the $97 that bad. Yeah. I really need about 25 extra movies on Apple TV, you know. I need a half a pair of shoes, not even good ones, half a pair of Nikes. Well, Nikes are good shoes, no disrespect to Nike. All right, so that's pitch number one. That's the most important, that's the second most important pitch of the day. Pitches number 2 and 3 are very simple. As you know, we have our implementation boot camp workshop, and that's where we take these 7 campaigns, install them for you, help you get everything implemented, and you come in, very small workshop. We're taking 20 businesses. I think as of last night, 11 spots were taken, so there are 9. That kind of concludes the hard pitch for that one. If you want it, great. If you don't want it, great. We don't plan to ever do it again. It's pretty good. I think you'll like it. If you are interested in that, here's what to do. I'm not really much of a big pitch from stage. This is kind of it right at the beginning. So here's what I want you to do. Text whatever the number is. Text Ashley at, oh, were we that prepared? Watch this. I was just I'm warming up. 3rd time's a charm. Turn off. Thank you. I'll do that to y'all if you don't give us the $97 for the kids. Turn back on. Okay. If you know you want the alchemy thing, or at least are interested and want dibs, just text Ashley. She'll take care of you. That's Ashley over there, by the way. Very aggressive, intimidating salesperson. No, I'm sarcastic there. I use that sometimes. So anyway, that's what to do. The third thing is maybe, I'm not sold on doing it yet. I'm thinking of having 7 people come to my home for a 2-day mastermind. The reason it's 7 is because I will make 8. 8's a good number of people to get some work done. Cost us $18,500. Might do it, might not. If you're interested, if there's not enough interest, I ain't gonna do it. If you're interested, send the text to Ashley, type mastermind or something. She'll tell me how many people are interested. We'll talk about it later if there's enough interest. If there's not, no problem. So that's it. The 4th pitch is to get you, and the most important pitch, is to get you to use what I'm giving you today and what I have given you already. The biggest impediment to getting from where you are to where you want to go is going to be right up in here. And so I want to turn off the shiny object radar. I want to turn off the damn bullshit excuses. And I want to get you hopping. Sound good? Okay. Well, that's not what we're talking about before we officially begin. I think that's it. Was there something else I was supposed to be doing? I don't think so. That's it? Okay. So I guess we should officially get started. Holy crap, we're even on time. Well, I should stand around for a minute just so we can be late. This wouldn't be right if we weren't late. All right. Did I give you my telephone? Okay. Let's see. This is the first time. What I'm going to do, before you begin, I want to tell y'all how this is going to work. I'm going to tell you how to do stuff, and we're going to go from very broad strategic thinking to strategic principles, and then as we spend more time together today and tomorrow, we will get towards tactics and actions, okay? So our format goes in that way deliberately. I'm also going to be doing sales techniques during this as a method of demonstrating to you how to do sales techniques. All right, so I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm saying, what I'm doing. When I do it, after I've done it, I'll say, okay, remember when I did that? That's because of X, Y, Z. But I want you to pay attention on 2 levels, all right? So this is not your typical marketing event where we screw around. This is, we're going to crush it here, all right? We're going to get it because we've never had so much opportunity before like we have now. So that's what we're going to do. And the first principle that I want to demonstrate is always be hustling. Seize every possible opportunity forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. So we're going to do state of the internet address right now. We're going to do that streaming. I'm going to stream the hot seats, And then I'm going to tell you, losing my voice already, this makes for a great start. Then I'm going to tell you why we're doing it, okay? So first person to figure out why I structured it this way gets my voice, apparently. Wins 5 million points donated to the charity of your choice. 5 million points to the charity of your choice. Unbelievable. Okay, are we in action? Oh, have we been in action this whole time? All right, wait. Did you notice that Aurora's got the CIA thing on? She's got, I mean, did you know she always has that? Even when we're not, like you go to her house, she comes to the door with that shit on. I'm not even kidding. She's like, Aurora to Harley. Harley's a dog. I'm going to need you to stop barking. Okay. As we own, I feel like I know half of y'all and half forever. There's so many. Oh, dude, I've got the worst one in history. I mean, like it's so bad. Matt Zagula sent it to me this morning. It's really disgusting. Okay, I'll send it to you. I apologize in advance. Oh my gosh, this is your. I'm so sorry. Well, that was a work of art. It's going straight to Joe Polish. Okay, we good? Is that like? Are you saying? Oh, okay. You can like talk. They know we're not professional. Yeah, we're not fooling anybody. Yeah, we're not. Okay, we good? Oh, well, we are. So then we are on. This is wonderful. All right. So, hello, Facebooks. You have to put an S. It has to be called the Facebooks, so you can really seem old. My name is Frank Kern. This is the impromptu, unofficial state of the internet address, shot on my iPhone, streaming to you live from the Facebooks. We are here in San Diego at an event called Alchemy. We've got, how many people are in here? I don't know, a lot, full. A whole bunch of people in here, and the purpose of this event is to learn how to turn advertising into profit using automation. The purpose of the event is to learn how to do that. The purpose of the event is also to use that and use sales methodologies to create a brand and following that is so strong that they will come to see you in San Diego with absolutely no idea of what the heck you're going to be talking about. Like, I never told you guys what we're doing. I was like, you know, Chris, where are you, Chris? Chris asked me for an agenda like 7 million times. I say, well, we're going to start with smoke, then mirrors, then dogs, then ponies, and then Amway rally. And that would be my response. He's like, I'm hoping it's going to be a little better than that. It is. All right, so the name of this presentation is called How to Make as Much Money as You Want for the Rest of Your Life, which is a bold claim. Results not typical. No one should buy anything ever in the history of the world. Everyone who's ever gotten any money is lucky, and it cannot be duplicated. So with that disclaimer fully given, that's the name of this presentation. There are 6 magic steps to doing this. I think you might know that I'm using the term magic a little bit sarcastically, but they're critical. These are critically important steps. Step number 1 is embrace the gospel according to Kern. It sounded better on the PowerPoint, you know what I mean? It really didn't sound that narcissistic when I put it on the... But this really is the gospel truth. I'll prove it to you in a second. By the way, for you guys who aren't here, I haven't been out into the rest of the world, but apparently there are signs with my name on them and shirts with my name on them and notebooks with my name on them, which means that I am almost at Donald Trump level narcissism, which is great. So, or they're concerned that I might be developing early onset Alzheimer's, and they're just like, we pretty much need you to understand that you're Frank and you're going to need to perform now so these people don't go home angry. Anyway, step number 2, stop thinking like a marketer. That, if anything is going to cause your ruin, other than your own fear, it is going to be thinking like a marketer. Weird thing for me to say, I know, I'll explain it in a minute. Step number 3 is to understand reality. That's going to be a fun chunk to deliver, especially to you guys on Facebook. I'm preaching to the choir here, but to a lot of the folks that I don't know, that's going to be particularly well received. Step number 4 is to know your real numbers. Step number 5 is to decide, commit, and obsess. And step number 6 is to expand your thinking and your skills. right now, Aurora's holding whatever an iPhone costs, I don't know, $400, $7 billion telephone. I've got the gold-plated one. And she's streaming this to God knows how many people are watching it on Facebook. I mean, I didn't send it to my list. How many?
381.
That's ridiculous. 300-something people are watching this. All right, and growing. Okay, so I guess I don't know how it works. 420, we're stopping at 420. Okay, that could not have been any better. Right there. Every day is a beautiful day. What did you think I was going to make some sort of a 420 reference? That'd be silly and insulting. Dude, we've got so much opportunity right now. It's unbelievable. I'm going to sell, like some of you guys on Facebook are going to buy something. I think we probably put some sort of a sales message on there, giving you the ability to buy something. Someone's going to buy something. We can hit every eyeball in the world that is connected to one of those things right now. We have never had so much opportunity. It is ridiculous. The barrier between us and financial prosperity is minuscule. It is minuscule. Yeah, I know, man, it's hard. It's hard to build a web page. It's hard to drive traffic. It ain't hard. I'll show you how hard it is not in a minute. We'll do a little compare and contrast, all right? But this is the reason I have put this message in front of you today, because we are in a time of such incredible opportunity. So let's talk about step number 1, the gospel according to Kern. The most predictable and efficient way to generate wealth is to turn advertising into profit, period, the end. But what about stocks? What about real estate? Yeah, those are great. They're really, really great. Hard to control them. Long time. Takes a long time. Who gets rich in the stock market overnight? Like sometimes it happens. So for every one dude that does that, there are like 100,000 other guys that bought the How to Get Rich in the Stock Market Overnight book and then went to the seminar and lost their ass. Okay. Oh, I can't say that on Facebook, can I? Sorry. I was referring to a medical term. Got to really keep it clean I want to keep it clean anyway, but you got to really keep it clean on the Facebooks, right? Yeah, real estate's good, everything, but the most efficient, the most predictable way to generate wealth is to turn advertising into profit. You put $1 in, you get $2 out. It's amazing. Let me give you some reasons why this is true, though. All right, this is a great way to pitch advertising. I don't sell ads. I should sell ads. It would be great. I don't. Reason number 1, it'll never go away. Nuclear apocalypse could happen tomorrow. Might happen, by the way. You never know. I don't care. I had a good life. Come on, I know where I'm going. I'm cool. Bring it on. 10 people survive. They have children. There's now the world repopulates. There's 1,000 people in the world. You know what's going to happen? 2 or 3 of those guys are going to be sending sales letters to the other 900 or 9,000 or whatever it is people. It's never going to go away, right? They won't stop making advertising, okay? Advertising creates the market. People say, oh, there's the stock market, and we got the real estate market. Well, you know, I'm worried the market's going to do this, and I'm worried the market's going to crash. And I want to say, well, let's go down there, and let's get in the car, and we'll drive down there, and let's talk to the market and see if we can convince it not to crash. Well, no, you can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? Well, because it's just not there. It's a thing. It doesn't actually exist, but you can control. I mean, if you define what the market is, it is the human population. What can influence the human population? Advertising. Influences it every single day, right? Reason number 2 is a transferable skill, okay? So if we work really hard to learn how to turn advertising into profit, which incidentally is a lot different than using advertising to build a brand, using advertising to say we exist to give us money, but to actually, via direct response, turn advertising into profit. If the product you're selling doesn't sell anymore, that doesn't mean the information has been removed from the brain. You just go use the same skills in something else. It can increase the value of existing assets. All right? If I buy an apartment building for $1 million and vacancy is bad, rents are low, a person who knows how to turn advertising into profit can build intrinsic value of that apartment complex, can raise rents, can use advertising to eliminate, or at the very least, reduce the vacancy, therefore instantly increasing the value of that hard asset. Nothing else going to do that for you. Nothing. Ain't nothing. I've tried. I've looked everywhere. This is it. Okay, reason number 4 is it funds its own growth without debt. And I can already hear people, yeah, but real estate's good. Say, oh, real estate, stock market, great. Real good. To do it, you got to come off a whole lot of money, right? My first ad, I spent $20. And no, I'm not telling you that, hey, you can get rich with $20. What I'm telling you is if we want to start ad campaigns that self-liquidate and generate profits, we don't have to go to the bank and get a loan. We just have to stop keeping it clean. We have to stop being timid little itch bays, okay? So, reason number 5 is the math, okay? So, I'll go over the math in a minute. First, I want to illustrate a point for you. Step number 2 is to stop thinking like an internet marketer and start thinking like a billionaire. I can hear it now, Frank, I don't want to be a billionaire, man. I just want to have enough to live comfortably. I just want my dang voice to work. Worked great yesterday. Don't work too good today. I think it's because the AC dries my throat out or something. Stop thinking like an internet marketer and start thinking like a billionaire. Even if you don't want to be a billionaire, you need to think like one because it will cause you to accidentally make smarter decisions. Let me illustrate the point, all right? First of all, guess who likes internet marketers? Nobody. Nobody likes internet marketers except internet marketers, all right? Let me define the term, okay? I'm doing this for our friends on Facebook, you know. Realistically, an internet marketer is an individual who uses the internet as a media by which to advertise and sell products at a profit. Valuable, good products at a profit. Everything I'm telling you is assuming the obvious, by the way. I haven't given the lecture of, hey, you got to have a good product, you got to have good customer service. That'd be like me saying, hey, the first step to being a good football player is to play football. Like, duh, okay? So the true definition of an internet marketer is that individual. But what does it mean when we say internet marketer, really? That's not what it really means in the context of our community. We brought it on ourselves, by the way. And to a degree, I have taught some of the very stuff that I'm complaining about. So I'm certainly not coming to you from an ivory tower. I'm coming to you from damn near 20 years of doing it and with 20/20 hindsight saying, hey, don't do the dumb stuff that I did short term. So if you think of the quote-unquote internet marketer, what really comes to mind is someone who uses the internet to make short-term money with no long-term plan for sustainability, often via the use of hype, via the use of all kinds of stupid stuff. We have created an entire cottage industry out of shortcuts. We're a culture of shortcut seekers. We have glorified gaming the system. How many people have ever really succeeded gaming the system historically, long term? I cannot think of a single one, ever in history. Well, we've had a lot of human history recorded now. None, all right? But here we are as a community, free traffic loophole, secret.biz. God, I hope that's a real domain. That would be awesome, all right? We have celebrated being lazy. Sorry. I did that a lot. 2006, 2010, underachiever method. Hey, let's smoke weed all day and sit at the beach. You can do it. You ain't going to accomplish much. You're not going to leave much behind. You're not going to inspire anybody. You're not going to make your community any better. You're not creating an asset, right? But we've created a celebratory atmosphere around being lazy. Culturally, not just our community, but culturally we've done this as well. Internet marketers think about promos and launches. Love promos and launches, right? But they're a means to an end. Promos and launches are like sugar. They're real good for short bursts of energy, but if you eat sugar all day, you will die, right? Or you will get barely noticeably heavier. But I personally gained a little bit of weight out of courtesy to other dudes. You know what I mean? I was like, this is a little too much. I should at the very least put on some extra weight, So you're welcome. Well, nobody likes a show off. I mean, come on, let's face it. People who don't know me on the Facebook are like, this is the biggest weirdo I've ever seen. All right, they're true. Here's the thing. Billionaires think about multiplying money, multiplying money through leveraging assets, all right? So historically, what that has meant is doing stuff like these dudes, okay? So this is Warren Buffett. Duh, all right? So according to wisebread.com, his growth rate, he grows the money at 20% a year historically. It's pretty good. I can't do it. And stock market stuff, I think if I say stock market 3 more times, the market will crash. Like the sure way to make a recession occur is for me to get into the stock market. So that's why I'm out. I do it for the country. If I invest, the market it'll die every time. It's gone. So I don't know anything about it, but he's getting 20% a year according to wisebread.com. He's like the most celebrated investor in the world, right? Smart guy, real smart guy. This is a dude named Carl Icahn. His return is 31% growth rate. Again, according to wisebread.com. So, if I'm statistically off, I'm just giving you what I've read on the internet. Everything on the internet's true. So it must be true. I mean, the guys at wisebread.com probably had a really straight face when they wrote it. So, no, I think that's reasonably true, okay? Probably is, all right? Well, here's the thing. That's great, right? These men are billionaires, all right? What are they doing? They are leveraging assets, which incidentally they don't control, to multiply money. They put $1 in, they get, in this case, $1.20 or $1.31 out at the end of 12 months. Make sense? Okay, great. Let me show you something. Well, that's hard to read there, isn't it? So this is a screenshot from last month, March. This is March's ad spend. Man, my eyes are shot. I think it says $28,582. So we'll say $28,500. Don't let me forget that. Spent $28,582 driving traffic to a series of campaigns, multiple advertising campaigns on Facebook. All right? Small ads, that is really an embarrassingly low ad spend. I can't remember why I only spent that much. I paused it for something, but I've already forgotten why. Oh, I was doing a big internal promo, so I wanted to give the market breathing room for the big promo. So I hit it hard this month, so we're at 40-something grand this month. Now have a look at this. This is a screenshot from my Infusionsoft account. I took this 2 days ago, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. This is the revenue from those campaigns. Those campaigns created $80,164 in revenue, all right? So there it is. Screenshot of the ad spend, $28,500. The net after advertising is $51,581.80. Okay? What does this mean? It means I made an investment of capital to leverage assets to multiply the money. It is no different. Turning advertising into profit when approached from a billionaire mindset investment point of view is no different, with the exception of the returns. So that is a 180.46% return on the investment. So you've got the most celebrated billionaire investors on the planet getting 20% and 31%. This generated 180.46% in a month. In 30 days. Am I saying, I'm the next Warren Buffett? Good Lord, no, I'm scared of those dudes. I have great respect for Mr. Buffett and Mr. Icahn. I can't do what they do, right? But we think, as a community, the wrong way. We're thinking about shortcuts, about loopholes, about joint ventures that might make you money one time. Stuck 28 in, I got 50 profit net out. If we annualize that, this math I think is actually off. It would be 2,232%. It's probably less because I got to factor in the cost of the initial ad spend. But if I took that same 28 and stuck it back in and just did this every single month, my return on that original 28.5 would be in the 2,000-something% range. That's probably slightly off. Math isn't an exact science, by the way. So there's a lot of, theory, and depends on what color pencil you're using. Okay, this is my argument to the Internal Revenue Service. All right, guys, this is like I would use the Jeff Lebowski rebuttal. That's like your opinion, man. I think that is a reasonable argument when it comes to statistics. All right, but pretty much, let's just say my math is off there. It's like 1,700%. Which would you rather have? So does this mean that everyone who invests in stocks is stupid? Everyone who invests in real estate is stupid? No. It just means that if you approach this business like an investor, you can absolutely crush it. But you got to get your head right. We can't be thinking about joint ventures and launches and free traffic. I'll tell you what, man, if we worked as hard actually working than we did on trying to find ways to avoid working, we would be 300 times more productive. Spoken from experience. Notice I'm saying we, I'm not saying you. I've done it too, but you just got to embrace it. So, this is attainable, all right? You can do this, but it ain't easy, okay? This is not easy. You hear me, internets? This is not one of those you're going to get rich overnight pressing an easy button. If you're looking for an easy button, go home. Get out of the way. Get a job. That's an easy button. This ain't an easy game. This is a game for champions. I want to put it in more perspective for you. Let me ask you a question. If we had a house, okay, that we could rent for $11.40, let's just say we only knew we were going to get 1 month's rent for it. We have no idea what it's going to do next month, but we know for sure it's going to get a tenant, and that tenant's going to pay $11.40. Would you buy it for $4.06? Yes or no? Why? Because it's making money. Yeah, that was like, duh, right? And please stop answering all at once. It's a little overwhelming for me. It's freaking me out. I'm trying to look cool on the internet for the first time in my life. Help me do this. Man, geez. Okay, of course we would buy it, all right? So that house is an asset, okay? Obviously, that's one of the reasons we would buy it. If we had a balance sheet, we'd list it on the balance sheet as the asset. You bought it for $4.06. You rented it for a month for $11.40. Your profit is $7.34, okay? And it's taxed at a different tax rate if you do it right, all right? It's only taxed at 49.9% instead of 50%. Man, I just wrote the check. Whew. 53%. Actually, I think it's higher. I think I'm paying 54% or something. I don't mind it. I mean, I do. I hate it, but what are you going to do? We ain't got ISIS. Waterworks. You know what I mean? I just hope it goes to the Marine Corps. If you could choose where the money would go, I would say, please pay. Can I just send it directly to the United States Marine Corps? That's where I'd like to send the money. So now we own the house free and clear in this situation, right? Bought it for $4.06, already got $11.40 out. We netted $7.34. We now own our little house. That's great. Hey, if we rent it next month for $1, that $1 is pure profit, okay? It's a pretty good deal. I would take that deal every day. So you got to wonder, why is Frank talking about a $4 house? These do not exist. I'm trying to use some kind of NLP on you. Trying to make what is big appear small so you'll give me all your money. No, you already gave me your money. Ain't really much else to get you. We got 9 spots left at that for the implementation boot camp. It's going to fill up anyway. Have you mailed the list? I don't care about that. So why would I be doing this? Why am I talking to you about this mythical $4 house? Well, let's do the math here. That campaign was actually a series of campaigns. I invested $28,582.90 into that Facebook stuff I just showed you, all right? It got 7,030 opt-ins. That means that I paid $4.06 per opt-in. The average opt-in produced $11.40 in revenue. It's the same principle. I bought an asset which produced a positive return, and I still have the asset, right? So here's the upside of this. Every future dollar is gross profit. So of course, if I'm selling something where my hard cost to deliver is X and my margins are Y, you understand the basic principles of economics. But every dollar going forward, there is zero cost of customer acquisition. It's profit, all to the bottom line. That's wonderful. I control the revenue through marketing. If I want to turn up the dial, I can send them more emails. God forbid, I could write them a sales letter and send it to them in the mail. So many people say, oh, I don't want to do that, it's expensive. Yeah, if you can put $1 in and get $1.10, $2 out, why would you want to put the governor on how many dollars you could put in? Thank God it's expensive, or else everyone would be doing it. All right? Here's the downside, okay? I can't turn around and sell that email address unless I wanted to violate my own terms of service, which I don't want to do. All right, so there is that. If it was a house, I could resell the house later. I can't sell the email address. It has a shelf life. That subscriber is probably not going to give me $11.40 every month for the rest of their life. It'll dwindle down, and they'll eventually lose interest in my stuff or buy everything. Hopefully they'll buy everything. That'd be great. If I do a good job and I make them happy, there's no reason they wouldn't, right? So that's the downside to this approach, is we're not building a hard thing that you can sell later. At least I'm not, my business. Some businesses do. Peter, you can sell yours if you want. Or you can sell yours if you want to. I don't think anyone's going to buy the Frank Kern show. It ain't for sale anyway, you know. So, where'd I go? Oh, there we go. So think about this. If you look at this from a realistic standpoint, the first thing that occurred is I have asset number one, which immediately produced cash. That is the product and the web pages and the automated marketing that got that initial sale, okay? I deployed that asset to accumulate cash-producing asset number two, which was the email list. Now, I want you to think about this. I made $50,000 profit to acquire 7,000 email addresses that will, to a degree, continue to buy stuff if treated well and with respect. So you're getting paid to get paid when you do this properly, right? And trust me, that ain't all rainbows and unicorns here. So I'll give you the ugly truth here in a minute, because that is part of the 6 magic steps. Cash-producing asset number 3 is the automated systems and campaigns that continue to deliver new leads, produce additional revenue by selling more products or selling the original product to non-buyers. And they continue to strengthen the brand, right? So our types of business, the businesses which we will refer to begrudgingly as internet marketing businesses just because it's the accepted nomenclature, we really have 3 categories of assets. You probably never thought about it that way, did you? We got the thing that produces revenue and builds asset number 2. Asset number 2 produces revenue by deploying asset number 3, which is like the systems that generate that revenue. So when you have all of that stuff, you can grow and scale and grow and scale and get dang near as much money as you want, assuming you do a good job, sell good stuff, are good to people, don't break the law, obvious things like that. Now, I bolded the word strengthen the brand. This is an important thing that I want to address. The easiest sale in the internet marketing community right now is give me a bunch of money and I'll show you how to build your personal brand, okay? Would you agree? You see those offers out there a lot? What does that really mean, okay? Strengthen your brand means give me a bunch of money and you can do a bunch of other stuff instead of writing ads, risking money on marketing, and hustling like a boss. That is what that translates to. Branding's not bad, but here's how you build a brand. You deploy advertising, which puts the brand out there at a profit. It is a self-fulfilling machine. Don't build brand first, then try to sell stuff. Build brand by selling stuff. Does that make sense? Keep the money. It's tempting because it plays to our narcissism and our ego. I'd love to have a personal, man, I can get a website and be cool looking. ain't gonna pay you. You can accomplish the same goal through this as a byproduct. Okay, you got me? Okay, super good. I probably just offended a lot of people who sell, here's how to build your brand. But as long as you tell your clients to get out there and sell stuff, you're doing okay. But don't fall for this. Yeah, it's all about the brand. All you need is followers. Honey, congratulations on getting accepted into Stanford. Let me just see if they'll accept these followers as payment. I'm sorry, you're not going. You're going to be selling cars, and you're going to learn a lot that way. You're going to get a better education doing that. So my job today, really over these 2 days, is to help you create as many of these assets as possible. That's why we are here. I'm going to show you strategies, core concepts, and very detailed tactics to do that, all right? So that's what this event is about. If you think you might have wandered into the wrong event and you don't want to learn how to do that, if you think you might be at a get-rich-quick rally or something, that's great, but you can never replace today. You can never replace tomorrow. You can get as much money as you want. So if that's not what you want to do, sorry. You can have your, well, actually, I'm keeping your damn $97 deposit, giving it to the Shriners Hospital. You better let me do that. But we'll pay for your plane ticket back home right now. Just on break, tell Aurora, I'm in the wrong place. I was unaware. My mistake for not making it clear. Travel home is on me, okay? But that's what we're doing, okay? Jot that down as a note. Remember earlier when I told you I'm going to be doing things that I want you to pay attention to? Jot that down as